No. Yes, that's my robot. The whole thing on the ground. I start.
Hi, I'm Phil Capodice. I want to be upfront about something. I have no business doing this. I work in corporate finance. I move money around for a living. I've never written a line of code that actually did anything. I'm as far away from a robotics engineer as you can get. And I've decided to spend the next few years learning to build apps for robots. It all began with a book I read as a kid, Runaway Robotics. Little robot, big feelings. I guess I just never got over it. Somewhere in the back of my head, I've always had this idea that someday I'd own a robot. Well, turns out that someday is now. But nobody handed me a manual. Home robots are coming. The hardware is almost here. 1X Neo, Unitree G1, Ubitech UI, eventually Tesla Optimus. But a robot with no apps is essentially just a very expensive coat rack. Somebody has to build the apps that make them work. And right now, almost nobody is. So, why not me? And this is the part I actually believe. If I can figure this out with zero background, you can too. And that's the whole point of this channel. You're not watching an expert. You're watching a guy in his basement with some cool tools trying to figure it out. Okay, so today was just step one. Just get the robot on the screen and that's it. That's the entire goal. I ordered a 1 terabyte SSD, plugged it in, installed a thing called Miniconda. Think of it as a clean workspace so I don't wreck my actual computer. Ran one install command, held my breath, and then there it is, a humanoid on my screen running on a Mac Mini. And that thing it's standing in, it's called Mujoko. It's a physics simulator. It's about all I can tell you about it right now because it's all I know. And this part is just cool. My whole workshop, the robot, the tools, all of it fits on this one little drive. My entire robotics lab fits in my hand. I can unplug it and drop it in a drawer. And honestly, that's the perfect first result because now I've got something to fix. Standing up straight, that's the job now. Turns out, get a robot on screen and get a robot to stand are two very different things. Next time, I'm going to actually try to control this thing, teleoperate it with a game controller, a PlayStation controller, and a humanoid robot. What could possibly go wrong? If you want to watch an amateur fumble his way into robotics, please watch. It gets weirder from here. And don't let your robot run away.